rapping for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where sometimes we have a conversation called Heavy Talks because it's some heavy conversation. And getting into this conversation with Heavy Talks, once again, we got we have a guest on Heavy Talks, which is very, very new. Heavy Talks is my conversation with you guys, the listeners, the viewer. And I was like, well, let's see how it does. Let's see how it goes. Let's see the comments we get. Let's see the response we get from the Heavy Talks with having a guest and see if it flows or if maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Let us know. Comment down below. Anyways, getting into this conversation, the reason why I wrote this down on my refrigerator, if you don't know, if you guys have a stainless steel refrigerator and you also have erasable markers, you could use your stainless steel refrigerator as a notepad, right? And that's what we do with ours, right? And so I was having a conversation with one of my clients. He was going through something, right? He was feeling down, feeling non-masculine, right? And I was just talking. He was sharing all this stuff. I was like, hey, I'm not going to give his name. I was like, when's the last time that you felt accomplished in life? And he stopped. And we were listening. He was on a phone call. Got really quiet. And then like 5 seconds went by. 10 seconds went by. 20 seconds, and I said, it's way too long. That right there is why you're venting out to me right now on this phone call. So what do you mean? Us as human beings strive for greatness regardless if we do it every single day or not. Us as human beings want to be liked by other people. Us as men want to build a name behind our last name. We want to build something, respectable behind ourselves, right? As women, they want to be here and they want to be the nurturers. They want to be the moms. They want to be the people that the lady that lifts up their man when he's having a bad day. We all have a purpose every single day, all right? And if we start doing things that push us away from who we are, literally our DNA makes us, right? Hunters and gatherers. When we do things that push us away from who we want to be in life, we're not going to feel accomplished, right? So if you are waking up every single day without one goal to set for yourself, and you're going to sleep without one goal reached, of course you are going to feel like you did not do anything that day. I'm not talking about the goal. Whoever set a goal to go to work? Who sets a goal to make coffee? No, I'm talking about a goal, something that's going to make you feel accomplished, something that's going to make you stress, something that's going to make you feel uncomfortable, something that's going to put you in an uncomfortable place. And his answer was, I can't remember the last time I did something that made me feel accomplished. He ended up telling me about when he had his first kid. His kid was 7 years old. 7 years is the last time he remembers feeling accomplished. Right? My last time I felt really accomplished was recently today. Actually, today I have a really big accomplishment. But the last time before that was my doing the 5K when I was like going through some shit. When's the last time you've done something that made you feel accomplished? Like actually accomplished. I'm not talking about holding the door for an old person. You should do that. That's just being a good human being. Like made you feel accomplished. When's the last time you've done something that was so hard it brought a tear to your eye when you finished it? Because I know the answer to when I feel accomplished. Your accomplishment. What was that? When was the last time you felt accomplished?
Yo, the tear to the eye. I ran a marathon.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I ran a marathon in January.
And how hard was that, bro? These are heavy talks. These are not censored conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you let them know that kid that was sitting with no hair, going through chemo, lost his mom, family maybe not been the best around them, other than the support of your brother and sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Talk about and you ran a marathon. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like the heavy talks they're heavy.
Yeah,
they're supposed to have. We're supposed to walk away from this mic. And it's supposed to have the person thinking like, what the fuck is my problem? Why can I not fix this? Oh, wait, I can fix it. It's just I'm the problem. So let them know.
Yeah, I'll break that down. But something that I want to talk about on what you said is maybe not accomplished, right? But when's the last time you did something where the outcome was unknown? Maybe your heart raced a little bit. We live in this very comfortable world. When's the last time you challenged yourself? You didn't have to do something, but you chose to do it. That was my marathon. I ran it. It's 26.2 miles. When I was almost 300 pounds, if you told me that I would run a marathon, I would laugh at you because I hated running. Never wanted to do it. I lost 80 pounds with minimal running. I'm running this marathon. The longest I ever ran prior to it was 20 miles in training. Guess what? I cried during that 20 miles too. I cried at mile 20 at my marathon, mile 24, and at the end of the marathon. I wasn't crying because I was in pain. There was no reason to cry. But David Goggins said that your toughest moments often make you think of your weakest. And what I used to call a very embarrassing moment in my life is one that has shaped me into the person I am today. Going through chemotherapy, I had some drugs that attacked my joints. I was very weak. And so there was a scene, an image that's burned into my head because it's an actual experience that I had. It was an experience that is now a memory, a core memory. I was on the toilet, relieving myself, as all humans do. And I used to look at that button next to the toilet in the hospital and be like, wow, I would hate to have to press that button. And I found myself in a situation where I had to press that red button next to the toilet because I couldn't get up from the toilet because my knees and my muscles were so weak. Somebody had to come, lift me off the toilet. 2 people had to hold me while somebody wiped my butt and then helped me pull my pants up to walk back to the bed. This is 16 years old. This is during the development of who I am. You fast forward, I'm now running 20 miles consecutively. I'm doing it. And once I reach that 20-mile mark during that marathon, people talk about you versus you. This is what it is. At mile 20, I went straight back to that bathroom in that hospital and having to get my own butt wiped by somebody else. Very humiliating in my mind, but here I am running 20 miles. I think it's like something like 1% of the population runs a marathon. I'm about to do 3 before I'm even 30 years old. But with that, I cried at mile 20 because I'm like, damn, I am going to finish this marathon. But there was a point in my life when I couldn't get myself off of the toilet. At mile 24, I cramped up. And I was about to say, I fucked up. I stopped. I was like, oh my gosh. But I still knew I was going to finish that marathon because I got off that toilet, even with the help of other people. And with that, I felt so empowered that I did this difficult task that I hated. I don't enjoy running. Then when I finished the marathon, it wasn't some hurrah, hooray, like great moment. It was years ago, I couldn't lift myself off a toilet. I just ran 26.2 miles in whatever time it took because I wanted to. I have located something that I don't want to do, which is running. I forced myself to do it because back when I was on that toilet, I didn't want to press that button, but I had to. Now I practice my resilience by doing shit I don't want to do, like running marathons. So the idea of feeling accomplished isn't for the accomplishment. It's really for overcoming something, setting a goal, setting a target, and achieving it. Then you realize you can do more. I'm going to do ultra marathons. I'm going to do a bodybuilding show. I'm going to do an Ironman. I've overcome so much, and I use that to let me know that there's nothing I can't do. Back when I was overweight, I used to think, oh, well, I can't do this because ABC. I can't do that because XYZ. Nowadays, if somebody gives me even an inkling of a challenge, I'm like, bet, consider it done. The only thing that's missing is the time from now to when it's done. I ask myself, why can't I? And there's no answer. It's empty because there's no reason why I can't do anything. And I'm no different from you. If anything, I had life much worse than you. What's holding you back? It's you.
That's it. At the end of the day, we don't like pushing past comfort. We like to stay comfortable. We like to stay in that situation where, oh, okay, well, I'm used to doing this. I'm used to my bank account looking a certain way. I'm used to myself looking like this, right? Get out there and do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Get out there and do something that makes you feel nervous. It gets your heart rate going. You shared something in the last podcast where you talked about the study about the mouse and the pull against the tail, right? So they tied a string around the mouse and they put a piece of cheese and they want to get the pulling power with nothing behind them and with something behind them, right? So the first to put the piece of cheese, it ran. He said the level was 6, right? Then he shared that the next one they put the scent of a cat and his pull was 12 or 20, right? Why do you think he pulled even harder? Because his life was on the line. Like, that's why that mouse went through that extra pain, because his life was on the line right there. And I wanted to say in the last podcast, but I don't think they're ready to hear something like that in that one. This is more of a heavy talks podcast conversation, right? Is it this? That mouse, that rat, whatever the hell it was, ran because his life depended on it. If he didn't pull as hard as he could, he was going to die. Do you not understand that if you do not get out of this weight that you're out of this weight class you're in right now, this mindset you're in, you are going to die faster than you need to. Your life is literally on the line right now. For those that are 10, 20, 30, 40, 500 pounds overweight. Your life is on the line. You should be running at level 100 every single day to become better. Actually, let me take it back. 90, level 90. We don't do 100 because it's impossible to be perfect, right? Level 90. Let me slow down a little bit, right? Level 90 every single day because your life is on the line, right? So the question to you, the question for you to sit down at the end of the night before you go to sleep, is what is the last thing that you did that made you feel accomplished that you didn't need to do? I like how you added that. You don't need to do, right? Not, oh, I had kids. I was a good mom. You need to be a good mom, bastards. You should be a good parent. You have to do that.
We don't congratulate fish for swimming.
You know what I mean? I woke up on time today. You should have woken up. No, I'm talking about something that made you feel accomplished. Something that you looked at yourself and said, I am freaking proud of myself. Pat on the back, one little tear. Like that little tear you get when you watch the videos where the Marines and the Army people come home to their kids, like that little tear, that one tear. And if your answer is no answer, there's your problem with your life.
All this happened for myself and my family. There's no way that this is